Hello and welcome back to Bad Ping, the internet's most random podcast. This month we got a bit of a shorter crew. We've got Adam, we've got Laura, and we've got myself, Megan. Guys, welcome back.
Wake me up when May
Woo!
begins.
Is welcome back like the true correct meaning, or is it welcome back to your purgatory?
I mean,
I
it
mean,
could be
both
a
work.
plethora of things because Laura, before you jumped in the Discord, Adam said, "Wake me up when April ends." I said, "Hold down,
Yeah.
calm it down there, Billy Joel. We're not
Oh
waking you up when
god.
September ends."
Dude, it's gonna be May in 3 days.
It's
Like,
gonna
Trust
be
me, I
May.
know.
April went by so fast and then slowed down this last week.
Which
So
is
like
funny because
absolute
April
hell.
lasted 5 weeks this year.
Oh, 5 weeks? It felt
It
like a
was?
decade to me.
Oh
It was
shit,
like,
you're right.
yeah, it was forever long this year, but it went by so quickly.
Oh, it's technically 4 weeks, but like it counts as five because like the first Friday, Saturday were
Mm-hmm.
a different week, I guess. Which
Yeah.
there's okay, no, there's only 30 days. I'm like, why is there 31 days? And then I realized it was a different month that I was looking at.
Yeah, for some reason, like in my kitchen, we have like a big like draw on calendar. So we write down like the days for whatever month it is. For some reason, someone put on the 31st day of April, and I'm like,
That's my
refute
favorite
me if
day of
I'm
April.
wrong, but there's not 31 days.
Yeah, there's not. I almost told my boss there was today. And he laughed at me. I'm like, listen, it's been a long week. And he's like, that's understandable considering what you've dealt with. Because yesterday, literally nearly every person I work with went like, oh, thank you so much for like taking all the calls and doing this and that and like just taking the bulk of that. And I'm like, what's gonna be happening? What's happening? What like I'm suspicious. Like my main boss said it like thank you like multiple times to me and like two others unprompted were like, "Oh, thank you for everything." It's like, "Oh my god, what's happening?"
Like I'm being set up for something,
I'm
but
being
what
set
am I
up for
being set up
something.
for?
Am I going to be fired? Like what's happening? Mind you, I know I'm not going to be fired because they may potentially die without me because I'm the only one who knows answers to things.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So Adam, you've been goading us with a story for the last couple days. What happened,
Oh,
and why are
yeah.
you not the idiot involved?
Yeah, for once.
Yeah, this will never happen again. But you guys know I'm moving in May. So I wasn't sure
Yes.
if I'd be on this month. Personal stuff at the beginning, yada, yada, yada. So, starting in about April 4th, I was hit with a wave of emotions because 14th anniversary of brother's passing. Half my life without him, all that good stuff. About a week later, my dad has to have surgery and was in the hospital because something was messing with his AFib. Hold up.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry about that. But
That live.
I know.
Nothing new here.
A
Yeah,
momentary interlude.
yeah, sorry about that. I just, I don't even have my laptop set up because, like I said, we're moving. And back to the story, my dad had to have surgery, something messed with his AFib. Either his heart didn't have enough electrical shocks to it, or to the bottom of it at least, or it had too many. So they had to go in, cauterize whatever the problem was. That went fine. We're told we get the apartment in Tennessee, and we're told, okay, you can come out on the 9th of May, sign paperwork, you'll get it then. So we were thinking, okay, we can pay the rent for May and tell our landlord we're moving at the end of May. We'll get everything taken care of by then. By May 30th because that's Memorial Day. And we figured that'd be acceptable. He fucking turns around and asks, how soon can you move? So, now instead of going May 9th, we're going the next Friday. And because we're concerned with the landlord potentially changing the locks on us, current plan is to load up a truck on Wednesday, take everything out to a storage unit in Tennessee, drop it off there. My mom and my uncle will come back the following day. We'll get a hotel room that night, and then we'll be back on the road Friday morning.
Oh, jeez.
So, I also mentioned yesterday or the day before, there might be background noise because I was told there were going to be people working on windows today. Can you guess who decides to show up on Monday?
The
The window
landlord.
people.
The window people.
Oh, that's fair.
So, I
Just going for the
was
less
really
obvious choice.
waiting. I was really waiting all day. So I figured, okay, they'll be here about 9, 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30 if they're busy. I find out at about 2, about 12:30, 1 o'clock. Oh, they're coming on Monday. So, literally, I could have at least had a little bit more sleep, and I wouldn't have had to worry about anything. And
Jeez.
when I said I'm not the idiot, I have an uncle who he said he wasn't going to move out of Tennessee with us because of whatever reason. Now, this was about a month or so ago. Can you guess what I found out on Wednesday?
He's moving with you guys?
Someone's coming with you.
Well, he's not coming with us, but he's going to be moving out that way no matter what. He's going to put in for the same apartment complex. So, literally, in the span of 1 month, I've gone from having to deal with personal stuff to playing a game of don't kill the fucking idiots. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
To be fair, I
Okay.
think that's just your normal state of, hey, dealing with normal shit and then dealing with fucking idiots, because that's just my life too, I feel like.
It is. It gets even better too, because, like I said, the landlord was pretty much a prick and asked how soon we could leave. So now I don't know if we're even going to pay May's rent. So he's getting screwed out of the rent payment and all that. But I don't think he's going to care too much because he's either selling this house or he's giving it to family members.
Either
So,
that
yeah.
or they have someone else already lined up to take the house, so they need you out to do the cleaning and everything so they can have an inspection.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna have the rent be like double the price, is my assumption, because that's a lot that's happening right now. I know like 3 people who are being kicked out of their rentals right now.
The rent's already $725, and I mean,
Oh my God. Wait,
Yeah.
for what kind of house?
3-bedroom, 1 bath.
I hate you so much right now.
I'm in a 2-bedroom, 2-bath apartment that is $1,300 a month.
I'm in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. Currently, my rent is $18.25 a month. It's going up to $23.25.
The fuck?
Yeah, do you guys have to deal
welcome
with
to
mold?
Texas. What?
With what?
I asked if you guys had to deal with mold.
Yes.
Yes.
Mold, my AC not working, the fridge not working, breaking and literally fucking everything over. Literal water damage in my bathroom from the upstairs neighbor that literally made my ceiling tiles fall down.
Oh,
So what you're saying is, I'm in the one town that has low enough rents to where everything, well, to where she is acceptable.
Pretty much, I feel like at this point.
I really wish I could say I'm surprised, but I mean, I've almost been hit by 5 cars in this town, so
Welcome
it'll
to Florida.
take
I've been almost run over so many goddamn times.
What, you both. I just need to wrap you both in bubble wrap. Because
No.
clearly you can't go anywhere without being mauled.
Hey, Megan, it's fine. I
Megan.
work from home now. The most I do is I leave my fucking apartment to go take the trash out, or I go to a fucking hockey game. And one of which isn't going to be happening anymore because we're in playoffs and, like, that'll be over soon. Well, like, a month,
Yeah.
but, like...
Oh, yeah, the playoffs are starting soon.
Yeah, literally today is the last day of the regular season, which I will
Laura,
get to that
welcome.
with my story.
Laura, welcome to
Okay.
my life for the last 6 years. That's all my life has been, is working from my apartment or now my house.
Like, the only upside of me not leaving this apartment anymore is I don't have to pay for, like, $35 Ubers to work every morning.
Exactly.
Like, that is the only upside. Also,
Mhm.
now I'm unmotivated to get a license, because, like, what's the point?
The other upside is you can work all day in your pajamas and no one cares.
Mood. Not me still being in my pajamas right now.
Don't worry, I've done that before. Oh my goodness. So Laura, do you want to go, or I have a funny resolution to a story that just happened as we've been recording.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh, I kind of want to
God.
hear that. I want to hear that more than whatever I want to say.
So it's nothing too terribly exciting, but I made the comment a couple of weeks ago that I had never gotten like a jury summons to, go to court, be
Oh,
part of the jury
no.
selection, whatever.
Oh, no.
I'm
Like
so
2 weeks
sorry.
2 weeks after I made that comment, I got my jury summons. Like, great.
You
So I've
tempted the
been
universe.
I know. I jinxed myself. The universe did not like what I had to say. So, you know what? That's on me. But so my jury summons was supposed to be this coming Monday. Keyword was supposed to be. So I had gotten everything planned out with work. As we're sitting here and as Adam's telling his story, I get a phone call and a text message from my county clerk saying, "Hey, your jury duty has been canceled." Like, okay, fair
Huh.
enough. Don't care.
Well, you
Well,
get
'cause I'm
Monday
like,
off.
no, I text my boss. I'm like, hey, I don't actually have to go in for jury duty, so I'll be at work. She's like, okay, good. But the thing is, I'm like, I would have gotten disqualified from jury duty anyway because
That's
one,
fair.
I'm in my criminal justice program. They
Yeah,
will
that's like
immediately
one
qualify
number one.
me.
You're done.
Two, both my aunt and my uncle were both police lieutenants in Newport Beach, California, and my cousin is currently a police officer. So
Yeah.
like I don't think I would have qualified. just
Say
a
that,
hunch.
but
I truly don't know if I would qualify for jury duty. I really don't. I don't want to jinx anything. I don't want to say a goddamn thing.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Literally, my whole desk is wood. We're good. Oh my god, that's amazing though.
The universe took pity on me today.
But the thing is, you could have had the whole day if you went to jury duty because you would have been dismissed first round. But
Oh,
you
yeah,
wouldn't have even made it
absolutely.
through the doors.
Absolutely, but at the same time, let me explain my job. So I am the subject matter expert for the New York Medicaid adjustments plan,
Oh,
and I am
you
the
said
only.
two words I hate together.
I know, right? I'm the only
adjustment plan.
person that the
Medicaid.
right.
Oh,
I am the only person that is trained for my specific state for this job. They will not give me a backup SME because they're quote unquote not enough people and they don't want to spend the money. So whenever I'm out and I try to find someone to help cover me, they don't do anything. So I come back to a pile of emails in my inbox
Yeah.
and I have to fix
Yeah.
everything. So me not being gone for one day when I already have Friday off next week because of something else that I'm doing.
Oh, that's fair.
I'll take going in on Monday and working for 3.5 days because I have an endocrinologist appointment on Thursday, and then I'll be off for a 3-day weekend.
You know what? That's fair because I'm essentially the only one doing all of my emails right now. Like every email except for like the 2 personal ones or 3 personal ones that are like 3 other people's that they're only
Yeah.
sending stuff out but not receiving stuff. I have all those emails. So I didn't clock in for like 2 days over last weekend and I came back on Monday to about 75 emails. Like in
Oh, I
total from
hate
everything.
that.
And then like literally that same day, my boss was like, "Hey, by the way, you're allowed to work overtime. Like, I'm not worried. You can stay after work any day if you want to clock in for like an hour or 2 on a weekend. Like, do it. You will get paid." And I'm like, "Thank you for saying that because then my Monday is not going to be horrid." Because this Monday was the Monday from hell for literally my entire friend group.
Yeah. Like the whole email thing, when I was gone for the week, going up to Iowa, I came back to over 250 emails in my
Ugh.
inbox
And
that
like
no one
probably
had touched.
50 of them were probably people being like, "Did you get this? Did you get this? Did you get this?"
Oh yeah, and the other part of my job is I work the state complaints and the state
Oh,
escalations
nope.
that
Nope.
are time
Nope, nope, nope.
sensitive so that we don't go to court.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That sounds
not
like
having some
hell.
it is. I am still, oh God, when did I get this job? When I get this position? I switched into the SME position like the last 2 weeks of February. So I'm still only 2 months into this job, into this
Ugh.
position. And my new supervisor who came on 2 weeks after I had started, I'm having to train her on how to do stuff, and I'm also having to like do all of my stuff. I'm not necessarily train her, but kind of get her up to speed with how things work
Yeah.
because she's coming from appeals and I'm into adjustments.
Literally,
So
essentially me with my boss.
right. So it's like having to help her with that and do all my stuff and do all the escalations and do all the inventory. And I'm just like, I need a vacation or another person to help me, preferably the second one.
But both would be good.
But both would be nice. Both won't happen, but both would be nice. So,
You can dream.
Laura,
Manifest that shit.
right? Laura, what's your story today?
So circling back, this Monday was the Monday from hell, not only because of all the emails I got and all that. For the second time in less than 6 months, someone stole my brother's catalytic converter out of his car.
Oh, you're kidding.
I'm not. I wish I
Ugh.
was. I really fucking wish I was. And what makes it so worse is they were driving a brand new Mercedes.
Oh my gosh.
And we went to go report shit to the police. They're not going to do anything. They said there's no use in even reporting because we already towed the car because it literally was unsafe to drive. So they're like, "Oh, there's nothing we can do."
That's
Yep. So that was horrid. And then what else? A lot of shit went down Monday. Just horridness all around. But the good thing that happened, well, I don't want to say like, okay, it is good, but it obviously has to do with hockey. What's going to be new? Today, currently, as we're recording this, it is April 29th. I don't know if it's going up the same day.
it should, barring any, things breaking.
Horror catastrophe.
Yes. Knock on wood.
Today is the last day of the regular season. Now, my team is in the, I'm gonna talk in yesterday terms, was in the race for the President's Trophy, which is essentially first in the league after all the regular season games, which means you get home field advantage for the entirety of the playoffs.
Okay.
I was reading last night and I went to go shut off my phone. We won our game last night, like in a shutout, like no goals, 4-0. I started
That's
reading
good.
my book. That was great. Love that. I hope that happens again. I started reading my book. I would say 10:45 or so, and I looked at the scores for the team that was in second place, who if they essentially needed to win to then push it to today. They were winning. And they are normally a team like my team who once you have 1 or 2 goals ahead, you're just going to continue getting goals. Like it's not many teams can catch them. It is about 12:10ish, like midnight, something like that. I go to close my book so I can like go to bed or whatnot. And I have my phone on like sleep mode or do not disturb or whatever, so I don't get notifications. And I notice a notification from the NHL app, and I'm like, oh, it's probably the final scores from the Avalanche game, like whatever it is. It's not the final scores. It's the announcement that my team got the President's Trophy. So I literally am sitting in my bed and I went, holy shit, these motherfuckers did it. Holy shit, they did it. And then I literally started crying. I don't know if it's sleep deprivation or just like being so proud of this team, but I like just started crying because of like how happy I was. And I don't cry when I'm happy often. Like,
I'd imagine it's probably a little bit of both.
I think it's a little bit of both, but like President's Trophy may be slightly cursed, but you know what? I'll take it because this is the first time in the team, if I remember right, we've ever gotten it. So, like, what the fuck? Like, that's really it. That was my hockey thing right now, but playoffs. So, congrats. The May podcast, if I'm on it, depending on work, will be either me cheering or crying during playoffs because I have 4 teams in the playoffs, 3 of which are in the Eastern Conference. So it's gonna get real bad real quick for me. It's gonna get real bad real quick.
Oh, jeez. So we've got hockey kind of going towards its end. Baseball is starting.
Yep.
Football has the draft this week. What's basketball doing?
USFL.
I think their playoffs are happening
as well.
So many things in the world of sports, and the 2 that do the sports podcast aren't on here. What is wrong with that?
They do Ballpark, which is a baseball podcast. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I know. At this point, though, we can end up just making it like a full sports podcast. Let's be quite honest.
No, that means I have to talk to them more, Megan. Megan, I can just geek out about hockey on Twits and here occasionally it'd be fine. I don't want to do that to myself because they don't record in regular intervals and it makes me upset.
I told you if you ever wanted to do like a holy shit episode,
I probably will during playoffs, depending on what's happening. I just didn't feel like recording a video today, or else I would have did that for president stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. Which I'm excited for the NHL playoffs.
Oh god, they're gonna be so good. For the first time in like the entirety of the league, all Eastern Conference teams, well, any conference in general, but this year it's the Eastern, all the teams going into the playoffs have 100 points or more.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised at that.
Yeah. Literally, if you look at the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference, literally all the top 10 teams minus the number 2 team, which is the Avalanche, are basically the Eastern Conference. It's insane to me that there's so much shit happening on the East Coast, and then like from first to second in the Western, I think it's like a 10 or more point difference, something like that. And that's a lot when you're thinking in terms of 2 points a game. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm done with hockey talk for the day. Sorry about that.
Okay, so Laura, this is continuing on from part of our conversation for Tea and Twits this month.
Ooh, okay, let me remember last week.
I'm gonna need Chris Jericho to stop trying to murder Eddie Kingston because I saw the video from Dynamite this week and I am very mad. I am very upset.
I still have not caught up in wrestling. But I did see gifs of that and I went, fuck off, Jericho.
I'm like,
you're just redundant at this point. Go away.
There's no reason to spray a fireball, like a fireball shot, Not even like alcohol, just fire into Eddie Kingston's face. There's no legitimate reason why you need to do that. You are 50 years old, sir. You are acting like a child.
How old is Jericho? Fuck.
He is old as
In his
dirt.
I'm
50s.
Googling it. Don't worry. I'm in my Google bullshit.
Okay. Like he's either like late 40s, early 50s. Because he's been wrestling for 20 years.
20 or 30. I think
Yeah.
he's like
51
53.
years old.
51?
Ah, see, I was close.
Yeah.
Okay, now he's only a year younger than Triple H. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they both did not age gracefully.
That's a word for it. Eddie's only 40.
I know.
There's an 11-year difference. Holy shit.
No.
How long has Eddie been wrestling?
A long time. Let's see.
Yeah, I would say probably the same amount as Jericho because he's
I
been
wanna
in the
say
Indies for a while.
Yeah. Remember hearing his name in like 2013, 2014, and just
2002.
thinking up on this 2002. Damn.
About 20 years. Also, Laura, do not give me any ideas with the age difference. Don't get me started on that path. Tumblr can only handle so much.
Listen, it's an issue because okay, actually I'm gonna talk about hockey again, but it's like in context to like random shit. I saw a TikTok and it was someone grouping, like making NHL teams just based on like whoever the zodiac sign is. So like all the Aries on one team, all the Leos on one team, all the like Sagittarius is on one team, like that. And it got me thinking, I'm like, oh, I wonder what the breakdown of my NHL teams are. I definitely didn't make a list of all the players and their birth dates and what position they play, like center, defense, whatever. And then make an Excel spreadsheet of what their zodiac signs are and what like sign element they are. I definitely didn't do that. Listen, there are too many Earth signs. I think it's Earth signs. There's too many Virgos on my team. Also, the fact that there's only one Leo, I take as a personal offense. But that's beside the point.
So I have something this week that aligns with TikTok. I was scrolling through TikTok the other night, and there was a video that came up that said Sebastian Stan quiz easy mode. Like, all right, bet.
Oh God, okay.
5 different questions. I got all of them right, and I did not have to Google a single one of them. Like, there is an issue here.
No,
He's a
there's
good
not
actor.
really. There's not, because we've talked about him enough, and I've looked up enough random shit about him that I feel like mind meld just probably happened.
Well, the thing is like one of them asked when his birthday was, and it gave like June 13th, June 14th, and August 13th. And I'm like, oh God, I must remember his birthday was like late summer. And I'm like, I think it's August 13th. He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? Why do you remember this?
You want to know why I know it's in August? Because I went, Leo, bitch. I take it as like a personal, like a championship like type thing for me. Like, they're a Leo, I win. I think that's the most Leo thing I've ever said, by the way. It's like, oh, they're a Leo. Yeah, that makes total fucking sense.
It's just it was the random information that I could somehow pull out of my hat because I'm like, I shouldn't remember this, and I shouldn't be doing this at 11 o'clock at night because all it's doing is making me stay up.
That's fair.
No,
continue.
TikTok did lead me on to something that I'm actually going out to find tomorrow. So,
ooh, what?
There was a TikTok that came across my screen of a lady doing the Jack Sparrow like run through Hobby Lobby. So if you remember one of the Pirates movies, in one of the Pirates movies, they have the Black Pearl in the bottle. Mm-hmm. They have that now at Hobby Lobby.
Ooh, fun.
And I'm like, I need this. That's going home with me. So I'm gonna go find that tomorrow.
Why don't you just look it up online and have it shipped to you? Because
I have to go to Hobby Lobby anyway, because I have a bunch of stuff that I need to get framed correctly, because the frames that I did have started falling off the walls and broke.
That's
so
find coupons. It's cheaper if you have coupons.
So I'm going to get those framed and getting my posters framed for when I move so I can actually hang them up and they look nice.
That's fair. So TikTok, you said a TikTok, and I remembered another story that happened because it traumatized me on a Wednesday afternoon. It actually wasn't even afternoon. It was only like 10:45. So I left my desk and I went to the bathroom, and I'm on TikTok, as you do. And then all of a sudden, there's a legit porn video just on my For You page.
What?
It's literally, it was like
Good old
5
TikTok.
seconds. It was like 5 seconds, and one, it has the sound, and two, it's like just like the front profile of the girl getting railed. And
oh my gosh.
and then it like goes to like where the video link is, like it like does like the video link and like sand like a little animation type thing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, guys, it was literally the same day the Twitter thing happened. So I'm like, guys, I know Twitter just got bought and all this shit, but can we at least give it 24 hours before this shit starts popping up? It had 0
my
comments,
gosh.
0 hearts, so I'm like, okay, this is probably the first view it's seen. So I
Yeah.
went, what the fuck? Like, and it was from like a username that had people following it. That's what like was confusing to me.
How do you guys
Gosh.
feel about Twitter being bought?
I mean, I really don't give a shit. I just kind of hate Elon Musk anyway. But like, don't come to Tumblr. Don't come and make
won't.
that a cesspool again. Because literally, Tumblr got better when all the toxic people left and went to Twitter. Go to TikTok or some shit. I don't give a shit. Don't mess. Don't come back.
The
to
only
Tumblr.
issue we still have on Tumblr is the porn bots.
Not
and they're
really
still
anymore,
trying to figure that
because
out.
they changed the filter settings, so it's harder to find stuff. Like, you have to know what to look for.
No, I mean like just the ones that randomly follow you, and then I go through and I vet the ones that do, and I have to actually make sure it's an actual person and not a bot.
I mean, I do that anyway when people follow me. I go and like just double check, because if I like their content, I'll follow them back. But like,
Yeah,
I've unfollowed so many people in the last like week.
But going back to the whole Twitter being bot thing, I have mixed emotions on it because, well, for one, maybe with new ownership, there'll actually be like some good changes where it's like you can actually edit your tweets instead of having to delete it if you make a typo and repost it. So maybe things will get better. At the same time, though, it's Elon Musk and he's crazy. So
speaking of crazy, I mean, you can edit a tweet. You just have to get like Twitter Pro or whatever it is.
Yeah, you have to pay for shit, pay for it or
yeah.
something.
But I'm broke, so no.
Mood.
Yeah.
Mood. Okay, tell me why the credit card companies think it's a good idea to keep upping my limit on cards.
Because they want you to continue spending because the interest rates are horrible right now.
I understand that. Truly, I do. However, I don't need a $12,000 limit on one card. I really don't.
That is why I canceled the card that hit $10,000. And I'm like, I don't need that negativity in my life.
The thing is, my credit line isn't that old. So if I just flat out like pay off that card and cancel it, it's gonna fuck up my credit. So I'm gonna keep it because I'm still paying off it anyway. So
yeah,
I'm just like, the only automatic thing that comes out of that card is like our Disney payments, which end next month. Next month after, something like that, is like our last Disney payment. So it's not like I'm gonna have anything coming off of it anymore, and it's not like I don't do Uber rides every day on it anymore. Because like, that's probably why they kept upping it on that one card, because that's the card I used for Uber.
Speaking of Disney, have you guys been watching Moon Knight?
No, I haven't.
I love
my
it.
brother and I are waiting until all of it's out.
Probably a good idea, but it's so good.
Some stuff I've seen on it looks awesome.
Oscar Isaac is just chef's kiss. Just yes.
Just Oscar Isaac. That's all you gotta say.
Yes. Yeah. Just Poe Dameron all day, every day. I love him. I love him so much. But the Twitter thing, that as soon as he bought that, it hit news down here in Texas because Elon Musk is moving Twitter headquarters to Texas because Tesla's down here now. It's like, no, we don't need this. We don't need it.
The thing is, I think it's doubtful that they're going to move the Twitter headquarters. I think the Twitter headquarters is in New York right now. I don't know. It's either in New York or California. It makes
Hang on, let me
no
check.
sense to move them to Texas. Like, yes, the Tesla factory's there or whatever, but you have established buildings and established tech and everything else, and everyone else that's in that same field is there. It makes sense for Tesla to be in Texas because of all the car factories, the oil, all of that. Like, that's where the industrial type stuff is.
So Twitter right now is headquarters in San Fran.
Okay.
So
it's close to Cali and everything.
Governor Abbott, bless his heart,
tweeted
from his Twitter account, bring Twitter to Texas, join Tesla, SpaceX, and the Boring Company. Because all three of them are stationed here in Texas.
Which makes sense because the majority of that is travel and shit like that. So
yeah, but there's a Texas rancher down here who was offered free land to Elon Musk to bring Twitter down here.
Why? Like,
because it's Texas.
Oh,
that's the
honestly,
only
I'm
reason.
saying why, but I live in Florida, so honestly, let's be real here. Let's be real. You have a mayor in Texas currently being like, no, just take Disney and move it somewhere else. That's literally what's happening right now. And I'm like, can we stop? Can we stop that bullshit?
They're pulling a Patrick Star.
Exactly. That's why I made the joke. Like, what the? Like, it's so dumb. I can't talk about the fucking bullshit with Disney right now because I'm just gonna get aggravated about it.
Yeah, if they move Twitter headquarters, I'd expect it to be in like Albuquerque, Denver, somewhere like that. Where
that would make sense if they moved it. It would make sense to move it there. It does not make sense for it to be moved to Texas.
It would make sense, except for the fact that Musk is moving down here. So if he wants all of his companies in one place, that makes sense.
But the thing is,
where he's moving is outside Austin, outside of Round Rock. So it's in the open area that is Central Texas.
Ew. Okay. Okay, I get that. However, it would also make sense to move to like Denver or New Mexico because that's also a quick trip for him. This is also a multi-billionaire.
I'm not negating that you guys have good points. I'm just saying it's Elon Musk and he's going to do what's easiest for him, which is bring everything he owns to one state.
You think he gives a shit? He has private planes. He's a multi-billionaire.
True.
Like, he has the fucking money. He could solve world hunger and chooses not to.
He could. He said that he could.
The UN has approached him to do so, and he said no.
Yep.
I'm not too surprised at that.
But at the same time, I do say this all with the caveat: we are not speaking ill of our new Twitter overlords, just like we do not speak ill of the mouse overlords, because we do not want to get taken all the way down.
Oh, get fucked. Literally, if they're coming for our shitty podcast, they have better things to worry about.
It's true.
Literally, they have better shit to worry about than our shitty podcast.
Yeah. Speaking of shitty, you guys heard the reviews for the new Fantastic Beasts movie?
No, because I'm not going to go see it because fuck J.K. Rowling 1 and fuck you for taking Depp off of it. And third, fuck Amber Heard just because.
I want to go see it just because it's the OCD part of my brain. I'm like, I've seen the other two. I need to see the last one. Mainly for that. But I've also heard, that Mads was very respectful of, he's not going to do the exact same thing that Johnny did. He made his own version of the character. So I'm like, I give respect to that. But it's hard to go see it because I'm like, I love Johnny Depp in that character.
Like,
Johnny Depp made it good.
My other issue with that Fantastic Beasts franchise is it was rooted to have Newt Scamander as the main character. This man has not had his own movie. It has all been other shit. And it's like it's supposed to be centered around him and his creatures and all of that shit, and it's not. And it's like, I understand you need to have other facets of storylines into it, but when you're not using the main guy for like its potential, that becomes an issue.
Yeah.
I can forgive Crimes of Grindelwald for for not featuring Nuke a whole lot. Because, I mean, it's set up perfectly. Like, he views everything and everyone as expendable, whereas Nuke doesn't. So you could have at least played off of that. But
so did I tell you? Sorry, go ahead, Adam.
You can continue.
I was going to ask you if I had told you guys about the tattoo ideas that my brother has shared with me, because it does have to do with Fantastic Beasts.
No, at least not me.
So my brother is wanting to get tattoos for his kids. So like he's getting specifically Baby Groot in an Austin 316 shirt, because that's just, that's Groot always reminds my brother of his son because of the way he dances. And my nephew's name is Austin. So Austin 316 Stone Cold. So for my niece, my brother's like, I'm really considering getting a niffler.
Yes.
Because my niece, when she was very small, would grab things and hide them. Specifically if they were shiny. She would just hide them away places, and then they would go later to clean up stuff and then be like, so that's where that went.
Yeah. Getting Niffler is a great idea. If only
So
they could be the actual pets.
Nifflers would be great as pets, but they would steal all the things.
That's why they'd be great as pets, because when I can't find the shiny shit I lost, they can find it for me.
Yeah, when you can't find your keys.
The ADHD brain said Niffler good.
I'm going back to Hogwarts Mystery, and I've been just loving the addition of the magical creatures, especially the Niffler. Just so much fun.
I go back and forth into that game occasionally. I haven't played it in like a year and a half, like right when they first introduced like the magical creature aspect. I might re-download it, but also fuck J.K. Rowling. So it's like, do I really? Also reading. So like I have to do that. That's more important to me.
Yeah.
I generally view it as... Oh, what's up, Megan?
No, go ahead. Mine's a completely different topic.
Okay. I was just going to say that I kind of view it as I'm playing the game, but I don't consider it Rowling part of Rowling's universe.
I get that, but she still makes money from it, is the thing. That's my thing.
Yeah, she's got a new book series out that's apparently written better or something with romance or whatever the fuck they want to call it. She's a piece of shit, but I mean, I can't really dislike a fandom just because of the author.
Yeah.
You can to a degree, and then like there's a whole discourse about like shit like that right now. Like truly, like you don't want to get on that side of TikTok. It's the worst side to be on because it stresses me the fuck out. Because right now there's a whole
it's just not for me. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, to a degree, I don't like what Rowling did with the series. So I kind of just say, the good stuff isn't attached to her. Everything bad is attached to her.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really also like the series stuff. It's like the shit human being stuff is the main thing for me.
Yeah, exactly.
I can forgive bad writing. I've done that more times than I can count in my lifetime, including very recently.
That sounds like Story.
It was a shitty book that I continued to read because I needed to see how it ended.
You get so invested in the story.
Thank God it was only like 150 pages. Thank fucking God. I got 50 pages in and I went, God damn it, I need to finish it, but I hate myself for it.
I still haven't finished the book that we did for book club for Tea and Twits last year.
I was like, that was almost a year ago because that was July of last year.
I know. I'm still at that halfway point.
Megan, I have read over 400 books since then.
I know, but I've been busy with school and work and things.
That's fair. I'm only busy with work and hockey. That's it. Literally,
So
my life is work hockey reading.
So I have a topic to completely diverge from what we're talking about.
Go.
One, who convinced Vince McMahon that having a pay-per-view on Mother's Day was a good idea? For one. And two, who thought that that was a good picture of Edge to use for Backlash?
Okay,
I just
first of
posted
all,
in the Discord.
what the fuck is that? First of all. Second of all, it's Vince. He cares about money, not anyone else's personal lives. Third,
Yeah.
Edge looks like a badly photoshopped version of himself when he was on the Vikings.
Yeah, it's
looks like
creepy.
the
The
brute
picture
Edge.
is creepy.
That's the Viking Edge.
It doesn't even look like a good Viking. It looks like a shitty Photoshop I would have done in sophomore year.
Yeah.
That's what it looks
Mhm.
like. Because I can tell where shit was photoshopped in that.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, why would you brighten his forehead that much? Second of all, you could have fixed his hairline slightly. Third of all, those shadows are completely wrong for where you have the light source hitting. Third of all, what the fuck is that background?
Third lighting.
It's just
I think the red lighting is based off of what he and Damien Priest have been doing on Raw and all that.
No. I get that. However, that background, it's lit in such a way that it's probably a reddish black backdrop with the red lighting toward the bottom, which is fucking up his hair, which makes it blend into the background to look like he has no
Okay.
hair, which then on top of that has wrong shadows inside of it. And then his coat being like blackish red does not help either, because then that blends into everything to make the only thing that stands out that literal spotlight on like in between his eyebrows that shouldn't be there.
you need to be on WWE's marketing team.
I don't want to work for Vince McMahon.
I
Why
mean,
would I do that
fair.
to myself? No, I'll work
I
on
mean,
Tony
fair.
Khan's marketing team. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Working for Nick Khan more than anything.
I don't give a shit. I'm working for AEW. There's difference.
Yeah.
There's some difference. Let me rephrase that. But if it could
Yeah.
be a stepping stone to then Tony Khan buying a hockey team or some shit, that'd be cool.
I mean, if
I'll be your
any one of us
personal
starts,
assistant.
if
Let's
any
go.
one of us starts working for AEW, please bring me with you. I want to meet all the people. And I want Eddie. I want Eddie. Just give me Eddie.
Literally, the rules, if anyone starts working for AEW, it's you bring us shows when you can.
Yes.
When you're allowed to.
All
And
the
then
time.
we
Just-
do
yes.
dumb shit.
Absolutely. We start our own vlog. We do our own vlog.
I will do my
God.
own vlog better than everyone. No, I just really want to meet the bunny because I love her so much. Her and the Blades, like, she has her own like vlog that Blades into. And they have like a horror segment, and I just want to talk horror movies with her. Like, that's all I want to do.
I want to watch Darby skateboard. Like that just yes.
No, I don't give a shit. Horror movies. I don't
Hey,
have people with, like,
leave
fast
me
horror movies
alone.
about. Megan, we know these things.
I know. All right. Do we have anything to end on? Otherwise, I think we're pretty much done here today.
Not that I can think of. I mean, go Panthers. That's about it. That's my natural state currently.
Well, I know Joe wants to do a PSA, but he's not here, so
Fuck Joe. He's not here. He doesn't get to do shit.
Joe can save his PSA for the next time he's on Bad Ping.
Which he will say will be next month, but who knows?
He may be catching Pokemon. Who knows?
speaking of next month, depending on when we decide to record, I may be able to use the microphone again. At least use my laptop. I'll have to uninstall Discord and reinstall it. Fucking Christ.
Yeah, Discord's been doing that thing again.
And already.
Oh, jeez. All right. So on that note, thank you guys so much for listening to us ramble for another month. We truly appreciate you guys. Make sure you're following us on YouTube at oh, it's not at, that's Twitter. Follow us on YouTube, CyberTwits Pod. Actually, it's just CyberTwits. I'm struggling today,
You're
guys.
okay. I believe in you, Megan.
Follow us on Twitter at CyberTwitsPod. Make sure to follow all the socials. Go to the Redbubble store and buy some merch. We will try to get some new designs out at some point this year, but that involves us having time to be creative, and that'll happen
That
when it
doesn't
happens. We will be back again next month with a brand new Bad Ping podcast. T and Twits will have their another podcast coming out next month. Ballpark has the potential to start ramping up again because baseball season is ramping up, and we may get some wrestling podcasts here and there. Who knows? It just depends on schedules. But until then, thank you guys so much for listening to us, and we will catch you guys next time.